So we've seen the first release here, everyone, on the Pendles actual skills. I haven't seen this on any Gearbox sites yet, but I talked to the person that got this up on the wiki, and it did come from a Gearbox source. I saw it a few days ago, but I didn't want to do a video on it until it was actually out there. But since it's up on the wiki and it came from Gearbox, I'm assuming it's cool. I'm not going to go through his bio because that's been released yet. You guys have probably seen that. But his weapons, I'm not sure if it's Kamas or Kamas. I'm going to call it Kama. Dual Kama and throwing stars. Pendle's primary attack uses dual Kama and a flurry of strikes, while his secondary attack hurls a ranged throwing star. I definitely dig this, kind of like Deonde or Shane and Aurochs, where they have ranged as well as melee. It helps the DPS, and I get frustrated playing with characters that just had that melee range, and there are just so many times where I want to be able to have a little bit of that extra range and be more effective, and they don't have it. Talent is Snakeborn. Pendle's natural evasive abilities grant him negative 25% CC duration. That's pretty awesome because I hate CC. But also at 25, if you stack some others on him, he's going to be really hard to hold down. His abilities is Corner Sneak, and this is passive. Pendle's Cloak activates when out of line of sight of enemies. Pendle's movement speed increases while cloaked, but decreases while uncloaked. It's going to be interesting how this works. You know, in PvP, if there's 5 players, are you ever going to be out of line of sight? And so I'm assuming he's off the radar during that, which is cool. Helps you kind of backdoor. I mean, I don't think his range attacks going to be able to backdoor too well, but you kind of sneak around and assassinate some people. Get behind them, hit them from 2 sides, especially that movement speed increase. But, once someone turns and sees him, does he still have it for a second or two, or I don't know. It's going to be interesting how that works. But sounds pretty fun. Smoke Bomb. Pendles throws a smoke bomb at his feet, dealing 67 damage and an additional 80 over 2 seconds, and it instantly cloaks him. So that sounds, once again, between his natural passive stealth, his negative CC duration, and that just kind of escape button, he's going to be really hard to lock down and take out, potentially, depending on his shield and stealth stats, I guess. Injection. Pendle applies poison to his Kamas and viciously strikes enemies for 200 damage, heavily slowing the target for 2 seconds. That's always good for a melee character. Extra damage in melee, but the slow obviously helps a lot. And then Misama, his ultimate. Pendles covers himself in an airborne poison that deals 248 damage over 10 seconds. While it is active, injection's cooldown is reduced. So it's all about, getting people close to you. I wonder how big the AoE is on that, depending on how good it's going to be. But when he gets to that range 5 and you hit injection and that, and you're slowing them, they're taking the dot, you're hitting them with melee, seems like he's going to be a pretty threatening assassin character. His helixes here are pretty new to me. I have not had a chance to really preview these. So, heightened senses with on the left, trained assassin on the right. Level 1, poison cloud on the left here. Increases the duration of smoke bomb's poison cloud, 3 seconds extra. Sounds good. More dots, more stealth. Or Cobra Strike. Pendles will dash forward a short distance upon activation of injection. Now that sounds like a pretty good changer. Adding a dash on a helix, not too bad, especially at level 1, especially for an assassin. Just get there quickly, or kind of save that for when people are trying to run away. Then you dash, you hit them, you slow them, you keep hitting them. And if they turn your back to you, you are stealth and you have better movement speed too. Actually, that's a really cool thing. Enemies try to run away and you gain movement speed. Flash Bomb. Enemies hit by a smoke bomb are blinded for a short time. Yeah, it's always nice to add that. So you go stealth and you blind them. That's not bad at all. Sorry for that yawn there. It's late here. Ninja earring, ninja-neering. Smoke bombs can be thrown, so they're not just at your feet. You can put them at a distance. That could be pretty useful. You give up blind for that, but you instantly go stealth, and then you can go in and just nail the shit out of them. Or just help your teammates escape easier, depending on the range of that. Mamba's Bite at level 3 on the left adds lifesteal to Pendles, commas, plus 15%. That seems pretty good. 15% lifesteal on a basic melee attack. I'm assuming that's going to be nerfed. Or on the right side, Backstab. Pendles melee attacks deal increased damage from behind, 25%. That can be really useful too, because you have all your stealth abilities. I mean, even when you throw your smoke bomb, the enemy kind of tries to counter you or whatever, you could throw that smoke bomb and then just turn around and get him. Or if you're getting good damage on an enemy and he turns his back to try to run, you can just kill him that much faster. So yeah, that's a really good tier for him. I like that a lot. Tr4 Life Leech. A portion of health damage dealt by injection is returned to Pendles as health. 60% lifesteal. That seems like way too high of a number. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Savage Cut. Enemies affected by injection suffer additional poison damage plus 90 damage over 3 seconds. Seems pretty powerful too. I'm getting an Alani vibe where he's gonna come out too powerful and then they're gonna nerf him pretty far. Because yeah, these numbers, plus 90 damage, so that's additional poison. What was the original poison damage? Oh, it was just 200 damage at once, and you add on a 90 damage dot. Oh, it's over 3 seconds, so 30 damage a second. That's not so bad. I take that back. But still really good. Tier 5, you have Cloaking cover. Pendles takes reduced damage while cloaked. 30% damage reduction. Seems solid. Escape plan. When uncloaked and taking damage, Pendle's smoke bomb cooldown is reduced up to 100%. Yes, please. That seems like another number that's going to get nerfed. I mean, look, that 100% is probably when he gets down to like 10% health, but still. Tier 6. Faint. Smoke bombs propel Pendles backwards. That could be healthy. It's going to be used for an escape anyways. But if you take that back strike, you might want to smoke and just wheel around to their back and not like that then. So it might not be for all builds. But it seems good because he's going to want to get away with smoke bomb. Or Sweet Spot. Increases injections damage dealt from behind 25%. Now injection already does 200. So that increases it to 250 just for that initial hit. And then you can start hitting him with melees. And you can put a dot on that. So with that dot, another 90 damage over 3 seconds. Now you're looking at 340. I don't know, not too bad. Coiled Spring increases the height of Pendle's jump. Actually, I want a quick before I go on to that. And a slow on that. Alright, I was wondering if that's just a one-time hit or if that 200 damage stays on there for a little bit, but looks like it's just that one-time hit. But the slow. Coiled Spring increases the height of Pendle's jump. As a Thorn player, that's always useful. Or Deeper Pockets. Pendles throws additional throwing stars in every throw. 2 throwing stars instead of 1. That seems pretty awesome too. Unless he doesn't throw a 1. Maybe he throws a handful of them. I don't know. It didn't say up above that I saw, but I will go double check that quick. Just says range throwing star, so I'm not sure on that yet. We'll find out shortly, I'm sure. But I like both of those options. And it depends on the throwing star damage, though. See if, or the kind of spread of them as well. See if you can actually put out some good damage at range. Tier 8 and Bountiful Bombs. Reduces smoke bombs cooldown by 20%. That seems pretty good. But if you have an escape plan, it might be a waste. Or increase the damage 38%. The damage on that doesn't seem to be that great, and you're probably using it as an escape, so I'd probably go with cooldown there. But so far, a lot of these seem like good choices. Better than most characters from what I've seen. At least at first glance. Relentless Strikes, Pendles melee attacks, reduce injections cooldown by half a second each attack. That seems pretty good. Kind of like Alani's got something like that. And you're going to want to use injection quite a bit. Or Slippery. Pendles becomes more resistant to crowd control for a short time after using injection. Minus 50% for 3 seconds. Yes, please. That sounds awesome. And Tier 10, Necrosis. Enemies affected by my Sama's aura are wounded. Up to 10% wound. That's pretty damn good. 10 seconds is a long time to prevent healing on that. Especially for an assassin character, you don't want them to get healed as you're hitting them. So, yeah, that seems really good. Or Venom Synergy. Well, your ultimate is active. Injections damage is increased against enemies with less than 50% health for another 20% damage. That's pretty solid too, about finishing them off. So yeah, I really like his skill tree. I'm really excited to play with him. He seems like a ton of fun. He looks cool. I'm guessing he's going to have an awesome personality and really fun animations and taunts and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think of Pendles, because I am pumped for him.